Right, guys. Welcome to lesson 4, Google Maps Business Marketing Crash Course from Local Guides. How to write reviews. I can guarantee you guys, everyone is about reviews, anything. I am the living example, a person who picks dining experience, coffee shops, hotels based on reviews, and many other things actually too. Whether it is from other people, just word of mouth, or actually I just look into what people actually feedback the business to. Why is it good? Why is it good? Let's take a look at here. Um, Wait a sec. Yeah. Why is it good? Because it gives credibility. Credibility is one of the most important things. If your business is just new, or even if it's been there for ages, but I don't know this business, I don't know you, right? How can I get this credibility to trust you? Okay, I can eat actually in your place, and and it's fresh and it's good, and I will like it. How would I know this? It's the only option probably for me. If written well, might be a good source of data for you. Sometimes people just write okay or bad or terrible or excellent. It doesn't give any data, right? We don't know what exactly the person is satisfied with or not satisfied with, right? So we have to collect data somehow. And some businesses, they actually pay money for it. But reviews, this is your free source of data, which gives you the market cap of what is your business doing, how they actually see this. You might be thinking my business is great, I get clients, but in fact it will be only like short-term option, and all of a sudden you'll be left with no clients at all. It's free advertising, guys. We all have marketing budget. We know it really depends on crisis, things, and the economic state. But yeah, we pay for advertising, and it's no doubt that right now there's media inflation, and we have to pay more and more to get the same amount of clients as before. It's getting more expensive. Everyone is driving for just to get another person's attention, and it's getting really hard. And reviews, this is actually a free advertising that people uh they they instinctively look for it for validation from other people, and it works much better than a creative um high budget advertising that you're probably gonna film yourself. And it's nearly free. Sometimes yes, you may offer a person who is a local guide, say, or just has some sort of influence in social media or anywhere else, just say, yo, I'm gonna give you 10-15% discount if you gonna advertise it and write some good or honest words, whatever you think, lengthy, attach photos and videos, just show people what you think. I'm gonna give you some part of your bill will be on me, or I'm just gonna close your tab. It's no problem for me at all, because I know it's gonna be much more in return than just advertising. Very important. It's recurring ads. We don't have to always set budget for it. We don't have to always be creative. It's there. Once it's written, it's gonna be there. While you maintain your Google profile well, it's gonna be there. And it's one of the most important things that yes, once you write this review, it's gonna stay there. And others people we see it. That's a very strong move actually. If advertised by local guide, you'll get free ranging. Do you understand what that means? I'm gonna show you guys later on. So stay tuned. Uh, yeah. Okay, let's take a look. We have, as I said before, many different categories. For example, this is a barbershop and spa. Uh, has 550 reviews, which means this one is a very sexy barbershop where you're probably gonna be heading to. From the picture, you may take the about the ambience and how it looks, and probably it's quite tidy if you compare it to other places, right? We see all the data we need. Facebook, so you can chit chat with them real quick. We have opening hours, we have a phone number, and so on, right? Okay. I recommend actually the title picture to be something like that shows results, so you can really like use Adobe Photoshop or any app that you have on your phone and edit it to make it like before, after, plus showing your ambience. That would be actually great too. Okay, so here we see that the absolute majority of stars are 5, which means it's an excellent barbershop and a must go. Uh, visually it helps us to understand that this is an outstanding place and it's probably doing the best service quality, blah blah blah. Having a high number of reviews, it gives me a vibe that actually the company is caring about what they do and they treat it seriously. And yeah, they actually think, okay, I know matter, so I'm gonna be putting effort into it. So we can arrange it, as you might see. Um, wait a second. Yeah, we can arrange it, starting with the most relevant. The most relevant means it's going to be from a local guide, most likely. As you see here, it's Peter Levitan, who is a local guide with this symbol here. He has 40 reviews, 7 photos, which means he is actually his ratio of living reviews per photos is a little bit uh, less. So he's more of a text person rather than a visual one. He wrote a short passage of what he liked specifically, what they did, and closing it up with recommendation. So just by default, it shows you all the things that you guys need to know about the place we're heading to, or what Google thinks you're gonna like as a review. Then let's just small task for you guys. Which one is better, one or two, and why? How do you think? Number one is by what I don't know how to say this word, so I don't know Spanish. So it's just text, plain text, highlighting the information about the price. So we have it here, it's 150K, which is important, right? Been cutting hair for six something, I guess it's like been years, or yeah. Um, very careful, just some highlights of the word, pre-wash, blah blah blah. Yeah, so it's kind of a middle range market price, maybe above average. I'd say in more like suburbs, it's gonna be closer to 100 or 80, $90,000, which is $4 or $5 something, right? So quite okay, quite okay. And the second one is by Dylan, whatever. Short passage, nothing about the price, nothing about whatever it is, and just photos of his haircut, not what it was like before, but now we will see the result, right? Which one you think is better? I'm gonna leave it to you guys. There is no right or wrong answer. Everyone decides for themselves. But mind it that it's your barbershop you're heading to. You're gonna be working, crafting your haircut. So it has to be very good and fun one, yeah? Other examples from food and beverage. Why do you think they show it first? So the first one goes by Sue, or Sue, I guess Sue. And why Sue goes before Alina? The second one would be by Alina, written by Alina. We see that it was written a year ago by Sue. Let me take a closer look. Yeah, so it was written a year ago. Here's a local guide as well. We see by this title here. 43 reviews, 29 photos. Good ratio. Alina is also a local guide. 70 reviews. So her reviews are actually higher in number than Sue's are. 470 photos, which means she's a very, very visual person. She has a good passage here. You can translate it if you want. She's got free feedbacks from other people. Which one do you think is better? Let me know what you think. And just give yourself a little bit brain work. Why do you think it is ranging by Google? Obviously, you're not going to be reading 50 reviews. You're just going to read whatever you think is the most important to you, right? Especially if it's your haircut. Other examples from food and beverage. Why do you think they show it first? Why Han Qing goes first rather than Shia Diamond? The first one was done 1 month ago, and the second one was done 7 years ago. Both are provided with pictures. We have data that we need, short passages a little bit, details, style of the coffee shop, 5 star. Think about it. Which one and why goes first? And the last task for you guys, you can also compare these three reviews. They look identical, basically, right? But one is ranging higher. Why? The first one is by Thomas. It was published yesterday, so it's a new one. And Google tells us, yes, it's a new one actually. He gives us just an overview, pictures, and text here. The second one is actually just 3 stars, published 1 month ago. It's quite fresh, but not super high ranked. And 995 reviews, which means it's a very popular author. And the last one is something Mio, 194 reviews, also local guide, local expert, 5 star. Let me know what you think. What logic can you see here? How we can use it. And see you in the next lesson, guys. We're gonna compare our points of views, yours and mine. Yeah. See you later. Bye bye.